He was not, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Which, is obviously interesting and extremely noteworthy. However, I would say this.
Yes.
Most owners are there for introductory press conferences for coaches, as you know. Most. I do not think it was the best for the Houston Texans to have Cal McNair up there today. The way Nick Caserio and David Culley handled it was fine. The Patriots very famously do only what's best for their team. I do not think it was best for the Houston Texans to have Cal McNair go up there and not be great, as opposed to having Caserio and Culley do well up there.
So then, Ian Rappaport, a few more minutes left with my NFL Network colleague here. So then the way that they approached it was, let's say we have no intention of trading him, and I'm here because I know he's going to be here from the general manager and coach, respectively, which gets us through the day. And now comes, what are the inflection points that would maybe spur a deadline here? Contractually, anything? The draft is obviously one, but what else might spur something outside of Watson calling somebody in the NFL media and saying, let's do a one-on-one sit-down, and then he completely blows it all up? Like, what outside of all that are inflection points here?
Just, the only real thing is the start of the league year, which if you I know you host a very well-respected show.
Thank you, sir.
I'm currently a guest on it. I know you like things to talk about.
Yes,
if you are interested in talking about Deshaun Watson from now until March 17th, you're probably in luck. You have to trade him before the start of the league year, to me, because no team is going to say we're going to invest, 40, or it's not 40, but say $29 million per year, I think is what's left on each year. That's the average. We're not going to invest almost $30 million per year in late April. It's going to be in March because you need to know what you have in free agency. So if it doesn't happen by March 17th, then we're really headed to a long standoff. And is he going to sit out? I mean, historically, not a lot of players have. Trent Williams did, but that was for sort of a different injury reason. And I don't think Deshaun Watson has any injuries, so we might be headed to a long standoff. The player historically rarely sits out if that's the case.
Before I let you go, Ian, let's talk quickly the Eagles' introduction of Nick Sirianni that happened the hour before the David Culley introduction in Houston. And it seemed like Sirianni, as I said on the air, we have our first punt of the Sirianni era, where he basically said he wouldn't even commit to an open competition. Like, it just seemed like, hey, I just got here and I'm not even close to giving you an answer on the quarterback situation. Did I kind of carry all that correctly, or what did I miss from that press conference that you gleaned?
Sometimes the punt is a very good play.
Yep.
Sometimes,
instead of turning it over,
punt is a win. I think, I think for Nick Sirianni, the most interesting thing to me, he said, was that he couldn't give an answer on whether Carson would be here, because he said all the right words. He said, we have two top-notch quarterbacks. He wouldn't quite say there's going to be a camp competition, but he didn't rule it out. But the only thing that matters is Carson Wentz going to be there? And the fact that he couldn't definitively say, yes, he is, makes me think that this is much more open-ended than this is the guy who's going to fix Carson, end of story. That's what that meant to me, because if Nick Sirianni was hired only to fix Carson Wentz, then he would say, Carson's definitely going to be here. He did not say that. That was noteworthy.
But, I mean, for him to make the decision, though, again, it's the 53-man he confirmed is going to be Howie Roseman, and then the day of the game is going to be him. But isn't Doug Peterson, wasn't part of the reason why he was let go is because he wanted to move on from Wentz, and that was not the case, that was not going to happen? I'm trying to square the Peterson firing with the Sirianni conversation right now.
I got the sense that one of the reasons for the Doug Peterson firing was about staff, that he wanted to promote from within and kind of keep continuity. They wanted bigger, bolder hires outside the organization. He did not want them to tell him what to do with staffing, and I really got the sense that he was just very much over it. Like, it is 5 years facing, Jeff McClain and his media friends in Philly, like that's a lot. And those are the nice ones, like what happens when he goes into a deli, I got the sense he pushed back, and then was like, okay, I think we're good here, you know?
All right, last one for you, Ian, because, again, I know you're chasing news. Truly last one. What is going on with Goff and the Rams? What is happening here? I mean, Jalen Ramsey was on a Zoom last night with DeAndre Hopkins, our colleague MJ Acosta-Ruiz, and also Prime, the coach at Jackson State. They're all, and Ramsey's like, we all know where Deshaun's going. He's coming here to L.A., and Hopkins was like, get out of here. But what is happening with Goff and the Rams? Best you can suss out here for me. Yeah.
They want to get better at the quarterback position. And I think that is very clear. And they paid Goff a lot of money. And, the Rams have obviously done things well. They're in the playoffs. They have a playoff win. They have had several homegrown players who've gotten contract extensions that have not worked out. That's tough to deal with for a lot of reasons. But I think with Jared Goff, they have to get better at quarterback, and if it's not with him, I think they're okay with that. I mean, yes, like contractually it hurts, cap-wise it hurts, but it hurts more to have a quarterback that isn't good enough. But he obviously has gone the wrong way for them, and they need to fix it.
But I guess then the difference is it hurts. At least the Eagles have Jalen, and they're refusing to have it hurt their cap. If you see where I'm going here. By keeping Wentz, but do the Rams, isn't the contract pretty much the same? Wouldn't that be the same It seemed like the Rams, whatever the Eagles are refusing to move on from with Wentz because of the contract, it seems like the Rams don't have that concern. Is that the fact of it?
Yeah, I mean, both contracts are tradable. They really are. I mean, everyone says a lot of things. I think if somebody wanted either of those guys definitively, you could definitely trade the contract. Because it's only, the cap hits, you're already getting killed on the cap. If you trade, $25 million of salary, it actually helps you because it lessens the cap charge that's already on the books. It's already hurting. So trading the guy actually just helps a little bit. So I think both are tradable.
Ian, thanks for the call. I'll see you on NFL Network in a few minutes. Thanks for the call, brother.
All right, Rich, appreciate it.
There's Ian Rappaport. Answering the text in the commercial break. Can you do now? Yes. Can you come on? Sure.
Well done, Rich.
Whoa.
Wow.
All right. Lots to unpack. I'll unpack it when we come back. 844-204-RICH, number to dial right here on Peacock. Don't go anywhere. Your phone calls, Rob Corddry, news update, higher register, and more as we go out the door to the weekend. We still got half a show. We're here in Kansas City in support of the Big Slick Charity Weekend.
Thank you for doing this. This is amazing that you brought your whole show here. Whole show is here in Kansas City in support of Big Slick.
I want to describe for the radio audience, or would you care to, Jake Tapper, what is on your feet?
Eagles Super Bowl commemorative sneakers with big screaming eagles. I'm not really sure what the texture of the material is.
Okay.
I have a more subtle reference to my team. This is the silver of the silver and black Oakland Raiders.
Gene Lamont, longtime baseball man.
Sweet, sweet, sweet Gene Lamont made the sorry mistake of standing in front of us. The name Lamont is so fun to scream. Hey, Lamont! See? It just rolls. And he'd go, this is Bush League, Lamont! When he used to come out, we used to sing like the Death Star March, like the Darth Vader. We'd go, Gene Lamont, Gene Lamont. Oh, Gene Lamont, Gene Lamont, Gene Lamont.
I know how seriously you take your Kansas City food.
Yeah.
He's sending me videos all the time, different stuff to try, and
the text exchange between me and him and some of his other offensive linemen is hilarious. Like, I texted Mitchell Schwartz in the middle of the night about a brisket. Like, what
and
is
I
going
responded.
on? You responded.
For whatever reason, I was up at that exact time.
Weirdly, athletes like Pitch Perfect a lot.
I'm not kidding.
I know Bill Belichick knows all the songs. He's always singing the songs. Yeah.
Now, Brett, when you saw that we had the 2015 World Series
I'm a
trophy,
big fan of that one, but
I know.
Where's that other one that the old guy?
The 1985 one. We will replace the 2015 one with the 1985
look at
one.
this.
Oh, look at that.
Just for you.
Just the best.
My dad had some tickets to Game 7, but had given them away. So I didn't get to go to Game 7, and instead I had to work at a grocery store. I'd come up, I'd say, what happened? He goes, Daryl Motley just hit a home run. Go rearrange the milk.
Wow, we did that.
I mean, so awesome.
You were there, too, that year,
That was
correct?
amazing,
We
man.
brought the whole show to Big Slick. the great charity run by all the Chiefs fans that are going crazy this week, and Rudd and Stone Street and Riggle and David Keckner and Jason Sudeikis. Riggle is going to maybe part of our Super Bowl game day morning. All those guys, they're going out of their minds.
That was phenomenal.
But we had it all there with the trophies and the Cy Young's awards. And
everything was there.
And then we went there and just got absolutely hammered that night.
Trashed. Just so trashed.
But
right?
The best part, though, happened at midnight. Let them know what we did.
Midnight barbecue.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my God.
Man.
Incredible.
They had, 5 different barbecue places?
And the best thing is for Children's Mercy Hospital, the place that sick kids get better right there in the middle of our country. Great stuff for back in our day right here on the Rich Eisen Show. 844-204-RICH, number to dial. We're back here with our radio audience. Okay. So, the owner of the Texans did not appear today, so he's not answering questions as to why you and Deshaun are not on the same page. Why is Deshaun so upset with you? Why did you do this with Caserio and all that sort of stuff? And I guess, you have to weigh the pros and the cons. The pros is that you show that you're going to be out there and you are taking, the mantle, the responsibility, the heat. That's the cons are, well, you'll be accused of ducking. And the pros are, I'm going to make it about my 2 guys that I'm hiring. That's it. And the general manager will handle the stuff about Watson by saying we have no interest in trading the player. He got a great plan for him. And David Culley, just come out, just put it right out there. Why the hell not? Just come out there. I'm here because Deshaun's going to be a Houston Texan. Okay, then. Let's make it happen. How do we do that? Okay. I guess it's a long process. Do you go and do the, say anything like Cusack, take the boombox in front of his house and just, you knock on the door and hope that you had him at hello? I mean, I'm trying to whatever. That's the McGuire approach. I
I don't know, man.
But it's going to have to. He doesn't want to talk to the general manager. Again, I guess Ian Rappaport said it's not the general manager per se. It's the way he was hired.
Right.
And the coach was irrelevant. Well, the owner's not changing. So you could say it's going to be up to the general manager and the coach to change his mind. It's really up to the owner to do that. And I guess that ship has sailed. And here's the risks. The risks are, I know Ian said that Ian Rappaport, my colleague, just joined us. I know he said that the ship has sailed of him rejecting the team. Okay? I know he said that the ship has sailed on rejecting the team, and thus that's not really much of a risk now. I will beg to differ. If we had more time, if he wasn't being, on the phone chasing news and getting ready for his next hit on NFL Network, which is minutes away, I would have pushed back by saying, well, hold on a second. He's rejected the owner, and he's rejected the general manager by saying he wants out. Even though the general manager, he said it was not the problem, it's the way that he hired him. Even though he tweeted out the more things change, the more they stay the same, that he deleted, right? We just try and work through all this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, though, him saying, I still want out, means he's rejecting the coach. Okay? Sorry, coach. Love you. He could put out a statement saying, I appreciate all the efforts of the coach who's going to be great there and all of that, but I still want out. How will that happen? How will that occur? Well, if the Texans just decide to go ahead and trade him, then he'll put out a statement. If the Texans don't do that, and he still rejects him, then it doesn't matter what's said. Now we're locked in for the long haul because the coach is not going to change the situation. The coach tried. And then what does that say to the locker room, to all the guys that look up to Deshaun Watson? Well, coach tried. Yeah, it still didn't work for me. What does that mean? How's he going to sell something in the room to players if Deshaun didn't buy it because of the owner? Well, I'm working for the same organization, the same owner, and this coach didn't work for Deshaun. Why should it work for me? That's a tough sell. That's a tough situation for David Culley. You're running that risk. if he rejects them again. And